day in the life. Welcome to Living Life with Tasha. So, first things first, I needed to get a few things, but then it was not necessarily things that I needed to cook with, or maybe the ingredients. Nah, it was just me trying to restock things that would get me through the week until month end. And so it was basically your bread, pasta, butter, because I didn't have that. That will come in handy with the bread, and also especially because in Gasabenza, doing my work integrated learning, I have to have iskaftin, so this was me stocking up things like that. So okay, the story is I saw a picture on Pinterest. The picture was like a plate of food. It was comfort food, it was classics. There was pap, there was spinach, there was no, actually there was no spinach, it was tomato stew, something like that, and there was wors, and I was like, oh, this is calling my name. Like my mouth just watered right there and then, and I decided that, you know what, I'm going to recreate this. And yeah, that's what I did. So I just spent the specific afternoon being cozy and preparing for this meal. And please note, this is not necessarily a recipe. I'm just showing you bits and pieces of how I came to the final product, how I actually achieved this. Because me now, when I cook, it is not that I'm following a certain step or like a certain routine. No, I'm just doing things according to how I feel. Like even with salt, uma ngingazwanga nje egazini usawuthi ukuthi selwanele, I'm not gonna stop. Trust me, I'm going to continue putting salt in that pot. I'm just kidding. But then yeah, sometimes I just think, what if I mix this and that, and what am I gonna get? I do have what do you call it? Okay, I do have ukudla or certain foods that I know ukuthi that prepared a certain way. Like you can't deviate from that, unless if maybe you just want to add your little personal touch, and then that's what you can do lapha. But it's just that like standard procedure ukuthi you have to cook it that way. So please don't expect my recipes from me. I'm just going to be showing you how I cook my food, how I cook my meals. While I was doing all of this, I also got a chance to reflect on adulthood, because it's crazy to think about how fast time is flying by. I mean, like, we're already in the last week of August. It's so hard to believe that summer is coming, and growth is happening. Siyakula outside of our comfort zones, whether you're ready or whether you're not. And I don't know how to feel about that. And I know when it comes to this, certain people, I mean, I was not trying to do anything fancy. I was just trying to make a creamy spinach with what I had. And I only had the basics, maybe not even the basics, because like, so, but then I know when people prepare a creamy spinach, they'll add your mushrooms, your cheese, your creams and everything like that. I did not have cream, so I only used like what I had. I utilized what I had, and it disappointed me because it was so lumpy, but then it was nice. I mean, like at the end, I feel like it worked. And then I also added some butter for some personality, if you know what I'm saying. And also applies to ichakalaka. I think this is one of the first things that my mom taught me how to cook when I was growing up, when I was still just a baby, like just a little girl. And so sometimes again, personally, I'll just improvise it depending on the ingredients that I have. But in J on a normal day, I use 3 things: onion, green pepper, carrots, and a can of baked beans. And then I'm done. And then the seasonings, I'd add whatever seasonings I feel like I want, or maybe I have. But the raja also does the trick. And sometimes if I want it spicy, then I can also add some chili, either chili powder or just like chili or some chili flakes, depending on what I have. No pressure, definitely no pressure, you guys. And with my pap, please do not judge. Please do not judge. And if don't tell I just know silly votiwe. Don't judge my pap. Okay, this was maybe it was shy my camera, but it did not turn out the way I wanted it to turn. But then it worked. At the end, it worked. And when I was plating it up, I was like, it doesn't look good, but it was good. It tasted good. Look at that. Best.